Okay, now, huh?
Man, that bass line is jamming. Boom, boom, boom.
They're gonna be hitting.
Yeah.
Slap them with the 808.
What's wrong?
I've been gone too long. I didn't even get to kick in the intro. You started talking about bass lines.
Oh.
All right, welcome back, family. You're tuned into another raw and unfiltered episode of the Real Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where bold truth takes the mic and sugarcoating gets kicked to the curb. It's your sis behind the boards again, but not Shalahaya, holding it down and keeping things in motion. And I've got to say, I'm truly glad to be back after being gone for several weeks. It feels good to reconnect with the family. And you already know who's in the building. The dynamic duo themselves, Shiri Shub Judah and Ayo Ben Yahoo. Two brothers dropping straight fire and undeniable facts every single time. We've got some sports to spill, and of course, our signature segment, Beyond Critical Race Facts, where we break down what the mainstream won't touch. So wherever you're posted, car, couch, or the cut, focus up and guard your spirit, because once the mic's hot, there's no rewind. This is the Truth Be Told Flex podcast. Let's ride, brothers. The mic is yours.
You ought to not call out so much.
All right. Right. They ain't get nothing close to that when she wasn't here. I mean, not even remotely close to it.
Right.
So that intro music went off before we got talking.
Before we got
Well, I've been gone too long.
Oh Lord, boy, what is going on?
Oh, talking. It was the intro. Hey, we here.
We here.
Yeah, we here.
We hear y'all.
We here. We in the building.
Hey, Jamil the truck driver, shalom, fam. Asa, Yahoo, shalom. McCall, Bathia, shalom. She is Mahalik, shalom. Mo Talk, shalom. Yes, sir, shalom to you as well. Mr. Ayo, shalom. I'm not gonna mess that name up. Tyrion, Mr. Tyrion. Did I say it right?
You got it right.
Say,
look
at that, man.
Watch out, man.
Look at that.
You got it right.
Look at that. Oh, wait a minute. Shaka Boom in? Yeah.
She, of course.
You know she was the first one in here.
Okay, I don't see. Oh, there she is, Shaka Boom. Shalom, sister. Shalom. All right.
I think our face is cut off on the other view. I don't know what's.
Man, I was looking at this. I was on a little small thing, and then I was like, I had to get out and go find a regular one. Yeah, this is weird, but hey.
It is what it is.
Real weird, man. But we got 16 in the building, so I'm expecting at least 13 likes, thumbs up. At least give me 13. Give me 13. At least 13 thumbs.
If we don't get 13 likes, we're gonna lock the doors until we get them.
Lock the Urshas, lock the doors. Urshas.
Lock them up.
Lock the doors.
Lock them up.
Yeah, lock them up. But not how you doing? I start with you. You've been gone for a minute.
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. Glad to be here.
Good. All praise. Glad to have you back, sis.
I
Glad to have
appreciate it. I'm
you
glad to
back.
be back.
Yeah. Um, yo, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great. All I know is I'm alive and breathing, and Spotify got one more time to send me an email talk about some 2 months premium for free, and it's gonna be on site.
Oh,
Like, stop emailing me that ain't nobody get no premium. Paying not $10, 30. They done went up to like $16.
everybody's
Really?
streaming services have gone up.
Yeah, and they
It
keep
works.
emailing me. I'm like, man,
Yeah, well, you know,
it's up and stuck
all
till it's
streaming is
backwards.
about to become ridiculous. You heard what Netflix done did, right?
Yeah, they purchased whatchamacallit. Like, so you already know that's about to be
It's gonna get
$50 a month.
crazy. I
Yep.
might have to figure out how to do some old Negro ingenuities around here to get my TV services. Like,
I'm
go
telling
get the
you.
old foil paper with the clothes hanger and get on top of the house to see if I can, you know what I'm saying, run a line back to the TV, to the back of the TV or something. I'm gonna have to figure something out because, man, it's gonna get ridiculous for real.
Yeah, it
They
is.
seem illegal to me. It seemed like it should be illegal for one company to be able to monopolize that much.
Well, it would have been. I truly believe the pandemic changed all of that. Before the pandemic, this wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't have happened. But now that they know more people is in the house, scared to go out, more people streaming, they say, hey, why not? People going do that stream regardless. So yeah.
Is Sasha 816 call herself Jesus? She gonna get kicked up out of here quick. She calling herself Jesus.
No, I don't know
Oh,
if she called herself
Jesus.
Jesus, but she said
Shaka Boom said, "Who is Jesus?" She said, "Me," with a question mark.
no.
You got a troller?
Oh, hey, listen, sis, you've been
We,
gone the past couple weeks, boy. We've been having
we, they've been
Oh,
beat. They've
really?
been
some
beating us to
characters.
it. They've been beating us to the office.
What your girl say? See, Sophia home now. There's gonna
Yeah.
be some changes. Don't let me get the laugh going.
Oh my gosh, boy. Yeah,
Beat,
we've been having
beat
some
us to the
characters.
office, man. Like they been say, like they punching the time clock or something around
She
this
said,
joke,
no, I
man.
didn't say that. I'm
Oh no,
actually.
she said me as in a question mark. Like me, are y'all
Oh,
talking to
Oh,
me?
okay.
Me
Okay.
oh,
and
I don't think Sasha not a troll. She a real person. We just gotta
yeah,
get
yeah. She
educated.
don't seem
Shalom
like
and peace, Sasha. Shalom and
okay.
peace.
okay. All right.
Yeah,
Sorry, we come in peace.
Yeah, we come in peace. Cause normally bots, the bots that's been the last couple weeks, they be saying, well, what did they ask us last week? Could we sing Yankee Doodle or something? Or Oh
oh,
Susanna?
Susanna.
I
Oh,
was like, what? You must be lost. They
was
was in
this
there. I was
nigga
like,
a
you
blackface to you?
right. You in the wrong building. You
You
in
in
the
the
wrong
wrong
building.
field, bro. I
You
mean,
know
you
how you
had
do that.
I seen Billie Jean. You know what I'm saying? I might would have
Right.
changed or
No,
something.
How about I turn y'all to nigga back?
Right.
Eva?
What's wrong with him? I bet he drive a Ford too, an old Ford.
Oh, one of them old Sanford and Son trucks.
Yeah.
tell,
Oh my
tell me you
goodness.
work in HR without telling me you work in HR, Jamil.
What he
She had to
say?
get the final written boy. Woo.
Pimp language.
Yeah.
Pip.
That pimp language.
What
That
I
Boy,
pip
told
language, boy.
what I
that-
told her, Jamil, I was about to give her a final. She showed up.
Showed up.
She showed up.
I have to keep my benefits. I keep my benefits. I come for the
The
benefits.
benefits ain't going nowhere.
Hey, I got from
I,
now that y'all talk about keeping benefits, I heard a little birdie told me, well, it's not a little birdie, it's kind of news now, that that's the only reason Phillip Rivers came out of retirement because he hadn't played since 2020, 2021. And that 5-year window for the insurance and NFL benefits was about to close. And you know, him and his wife
that
got
Cobra
10,
ain't
11
no joke.
chaps.
So it
Right.
started back over.
No, he would have to. Well, it's Cobra, but once the 5-year window, he's no longer employed by the NFL.
Right.
So he will have to pay out of pocket for the Cobra.
Pocket. Right.
he got-
So by them coming back, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It rejuvenated.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. My bad. I misunderstood you. Yeah. You know, him and his wife got 10 chaps. So that man, like, look, I ain't trying to pay that Cobra.
That Cobra ain't no joke.
What?
You know, it was just was that me and you talking about that? It was me and somebody talking about how cold. Who was that I was talking to? How cold-blooded the NFL operate, man. For you to go get this dude off the couch at 42
that was
years
us.
old.
That was us.
45.
That was me and you.
45.
That's diabolical, dude. Like,
right. And
dude, and you got quarterbacks in the league that's on the bench right now.
Or even Cam Newton. Cam Newton, like, man, I'm 36 and in shape.
In shape. You know what I'm saying?
Colin Kaepernick is probably in better shape than
Colin
this
Kaepernick.
joke.
Exactly.
You went and got this dude off the couch. He probably been start growing mold.
You know what, man? If I don't know anything else, your body at 45 does not recover the same way it does at 35.
No. He still ain't got out the bed.
You know what I'm saying? When you get hit, when you fall, when you trip, he going to get. I can't even imagine a 45-year-old getting hit the way he about to get hit.
Well, he played the whole. He didn't do bad.
He didn't do bad. He did all right. For 45, he did good. But y'all, he was probably
42. It's 45.
No, he 44. He about to be 45 this month.
Y'all said he did all right. That was during the game. Anybody talk to him since the game been over? Anybody
Check on him
yesterday.
Yeah. He was in the backyard playing with the dog and the kids. He got that phone call. Oh, this an unknown. This an unknown number. Hello. Oh yeah. I'll play this Sunday. Yeah. Just have somebody come pick me up. I'll be there. Okay. All right.
Yes, indeed.
Like this an unknown number.
His first question should have been: Is this AI?
I bet Phillip Rivers just got out of the tub.
What you talking?
I couldn't imagine, bro.
Couldn't either, man.
I couldn't imagine. And we done played, so
I'm talking about the speed of the game. He hadn't seen it so long. You know, yeah. Did he get sacked? I'm sure he got sacked.
I think 3 times.
Yeah.
3.
I feel it right now.
Yeah. That's a lot of Epsom salt.
We're talking football, man. It's a whole crap show with Cleveland. That game Sunday, dude. I don't care what nobody say, man. That was a whole setup, dude.
That was hard to watch.
It was hard. That was
tough to watch. Yeah.
Especially that offensive line. That whole offensive line is like a makeshift offense. That's not a starting offensive line.
Nah, they injury weirdo. Got a couple cats on injured reserve.
Third string, you got third string cats on there. Second and third string cats on that offensive line.
Especially if you were Sanders fan. Excuse me. If you were Sanders fan, that was really hard to swallow.
But for those that are Sanders haters, we told you he was a scrub. We told you this is what it was going to be like. You know,
that's what they say.
What they don't understand is that there's for real people out here who don't just watch this. Watch this and know this and know what we're looking at. And what I was looking at was a sabotage. The dude playbook on his wristband, man. They sent him out there. You know what I'm saying? Did you see that, man? What was going on with the third string?
Yeah. Now they were saying the card fell out.
About Jamil, with the wrong playbook on his wrist, man. You know, yeah,
man.
I just want, man. It was bad, man.
Tough.
And I
You know what? I would love to see Shador in a Dallas Cowboy uniform.
I just told my wife that I think
That was me.
I just told my wife
Man, if they can keep Pickens
I would like for him to come now. Well,
right
I
now,
don't know if he would actually throw the Pickens. If he came now, I would see him sitting down, especially with him being as cheap as he is. I would see
right?
him sitting down for the last 2 years of Dak's career.
Okay, got
And I think and that's a hell of a quarterback to learn from too.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
And the
absolutely.
organization of Dallas will treat Shador right, especially with the history that Jerry and Jerry's family, the Jones family, have
Right
with Dion,
that's
which means that he will for real have every opportunity to be a
yeah,
franchise quarterback at Dallas if he was able
yes,
to come to Dallas. But yeah, you got to think that the way Dak played this year, uh, you got to hope for an encore, right?
yeah.
You gotta hope for it, and that's the only thing that you could do because you know how football is from year to year. You don't know.
It's
You could
tough
be
to,
hot this year. Look at
and then
Barkley. Look at Saquon Barkley.
yeah,
That's not the same running back that they
nah,
had
nah.
last
Last year, nope,
year. You
it's
know,
not.
so the only thing that you can hope is that he come back. You know, at least 50% of what he is this year because this is Super Bowl winning Dak Prescott this year. We had to had a defense, dude.
Defense, yeah,
We had a defense, man. This
yeah,
offense and that Dak Prescott would have been leading the NFC East right now, and we would have been hell in the NFC. We'd have been up there fighting with Detroit
yeah.
Lions and Chicago Bears right now.
And that's the scoring 26 points on the Vikings. You supposed to 26 points in the NFL. You supposed to win the game, man.
Supposed to win that.
That's defense. And what's number 7? That DB number 7.
That cornerback.
Yeah,
That,
y'all cornerback.
I can't think his name. See, but not to look
Oh
it up for
Lord
us. I
have
can't
mercy.
think his name right now.
I don't see him. Diggs.
Oh, he hurt. Yeah.
Well, from what he's saying,
Well, he been ready to come back.
he said,
Diggs
I've
been
been ready. They say
Yep.
he's lollygagging in practice. He's like, no, I've been getting picks. And they
Coach
sent him
is
home.
saying that everybody playing well, so it's kind of hard to find him a spot.
Yeah.
You know, when they talk like that, I don't know why I couldn't think of Diggs' name. I'm
Diggs, I
tripping
know.
because he ain't been
Stephon
on the
Diggs.
team. That's why, because he been on the
Yeah, because he been on the sideline. But
Yeah.
I don't. My point was, I don't see him coming back next year. I don't.
Nah,
I
I
see
don't.
him. Yeah, he
He
requested
just
trade,
gave him a contract, didn't he?
but I think he'll request a trade though.
Think so.
Yeah, because I mean, look at the relationship now. Like
Yeah.
he's saying he ready. They saying he not. They
What
saying
if they
he
get rid of Uberflus and a whole nother DC come in?
which I think that's possible.
But I think that's what they need to do.
Get rid of Uberflus and
Uberflus.
get a defensive coordinator
Yeah.
that know how to run a good scheme, because in today's NFL, scoring 26 points, you should win the game, bro.
You should win the football game.
You should win the football game.
So you score 26 points on any league in any except for college. That might not be enough in college.
Right. Most of the time it is, but sometimes it might not be. Sometimes it might not be. Because you got offenses that can score 30, 35, 40, like Oregon, that you might get outscored by Oregon.
Yeah.
They're scoring 40, 45 points a game.
X.
So
but in the NFL, 26 points should be enough to win the game, man.
Absolutely.
You should not be average. You should not be averaging 30 points offense and 30 points giving up on the defense.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How your D coordinator still got a job? Like, that's happened a few times this year.
That's the NFL, man.
Yeah. Politics.
That's the NFL.
Politics.
Yeah, politics. The only reason Jason Garrett ain't coaching somewhere because he comfortable in that boot.
Yeah, he like, I'm chilling.
He chilling. I could guarantee you if he wanted to come back and coach, they'll find a team for him. Yeah. They'll find a team for him.
All right, what else we got in sports, guys?
New York Knicks.
Cooper
Huh?
Flag.
Cooper Flag
Cooper
dropped
Flag,
40. That boy dropped 42 the other night, man.
highest rookie points ever. He broke the record. Rookie record.
He the first 18-year-old to do
18-year-old.
that since LeBron.
Yep. Hey, he looks
High
good
hope.
though. We'll see.
It's gonna be real interesting. They saying Kyrie supposed to be back or trying to get back. Let me put it that way. Kyrie is trying to get back before the break, before the All-Star break, which will
Listen,
be sometime in January.
January.
If he can make it back before the break. And so right now, the way JC Kidd is using Cooper Flag, he is giving Cooper Flag a green light. It's like
Play.
it's almost like sandlot basketball with Cooper Flag out there. You know
Play
what I'm
ball,
saying?
young man. Play
Yeah,
ball.
just let Flag do what he do and play how he want to play. And he's making the best of it. But when Kyrie come back, a true point guard, we're going to see how that's going to adjust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now it's going to be a whole offense that's going to be ran. And I'm sure a lot of that offense is going to be ran through Cooper Flag. And when Kyrie come back, we going to see for real.
It better be ran through Cooper.
Yeah, it's going to be ran.
Better be.
But I told somebody when I was in my feelings, I wanted AD gone. And this is the difference between being emotional and logical. You know what I'm saying? Right. When I was in my feelings, man, I wanted AD out of here. I was like, he need to go. Let's trade him. Really don't care what you give for him, blah, blah, blah. But when I got into my logical thinking, I was like, you know what? No, leave him.
Yeah.
Because he's here now.
Right.
Luka gone. We at least got to see this thing play out, man, with a healthy AD. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we got to at least see.
Operative word being healthy.
That's exactly. That's the
key word. It's just
that's Glass man for real.
I took a Mr. Glass from the movie Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he can stay healthy, and if Kyrie can get back with Coop, that's gonna be
that's a dangerous team. I was just telling somebody that today, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Merrick fan. No, I would be saying that if I was an anybody fan. A healthy AD, Kyrie, and the way Coop is playing right now at 18 years old, and he's only going to get better. That's a dangerous team in the West, man.
Dangerous team.
That's a dangerous team in the West.
That's a dangerous team. We'll see.
We're going to see.
We're going to see.
I don't have anything else for sports, really, man. You got anything else?
This Friday, college football playoffs jump off. So keep your eyes. Alabama, Oklahoma, Miami, Texas A&M. Those are your two games right there that could really shake up whoever wins those two games.
I've been asking people, the consensus is on the street. The word on the street is ain't nobody. They need to change AD's game and he will stay healthy. Back to the basket. But he don't like to play like that, Jamil.
That's his problem.
That's the problem. I agree with you 100%.
That was his problem with the Lakers. He wanted to play like New Orleans AD. Bro, that was 8-9 years ago. You was 24, 25 years old. You can't do that now, bro. Like you're not
so Jamil, somebody will have to get into his head like a Zen. And this is what made Phil Jackson so good. Yep. Phil Jackson will make you see the picture, the big picture. Yep. Matter of fact, true story with Michael Irvin. He was talking about that number. What was his number at Miami? Wasn't it?
47.
47.
47.
He hated that number.
Yep.
And he went to Jerry about that number. He said, man, I went to Jerry to see if I could get rid of that number. I mean, Jimmy. He went to Jimmy to get rid of that number. Jimmy told him, he said, man, picture yourself as a 747. Flying and catching them balls in the end zone. He said, for real? A 747, coach? Yeah, I see that. He said it from then on. He loved it. Somebody got to do that to AD.
Yeah.
Somebody got to get in that boy head and make him understand, big fella. We don't need you on the perimeter. We need you on that block with your back to the goal, man.
I didn't let that boy believe for a very long time that that's how he was supposed to play.
But he can do it. It's just too much.
He can. He's not going to.
Yeah, it's just too much on his.
That's what got him out of LA. In that press conference talking about he didn't want to play center no more. They was like, okay, we done already talked to Nico. You just haven't. You ain't got no idea. We done already talked to Nico. And he was out of there.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Jamil.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. But until he want to do it, because the thing is that if kid make him do it, put him in that position, we ain't gonna get 100%.
Right.
Because he don't want to do it. He ain't gonna be there mentally.
What was the other coach of the Mavericks name? Jim Carrey's twin.
He had
Rick Carlisle.
Rick Carlisle.
Rick Carlisle. Just do what Rick Carlisle do. You want to give it a program? Send him to the D League.
Send him to the D League. Rick Carlisle, boy.
Rick Carlisle send you to the D League in a heartbeat.
You'll get that email and text messages at about 5:30 in the morning, getting up for your workout. You've been assigned to the G League.
What? Bus, buddy. Hit the bus.
Bro, we got a game tonight. Yeah, you got one at 12:30.
We got a game tonight.
Right.
You know.
You got one at 11:30.
Let me tell you something.
Right.
That part. Oh man.
Same, different jersey, same AD for sure. Friendly Neighborhood Gentile, man. And yo, I want to thank you also, Friendly Neighborhood, for following me over there on Mo Talk, my man. I appreciate it for real, man.
All right. I know y'all haven't had it in a while.
What that is?
But I got a couple topics for you.
So,
talk amongst
when you done with sports?
Oh yeah. I'm
done. Right. Let's go.
All right. So, not sure if you guys have heard, but Chicago PD is targeting legal Black gun owners. Had y'all heard that?
Yeah, I did a story on that.
Yeah. So, despite complying with legal gun laws, they are targeting and detaining Black gun owners, and procuring their weapons. Had this conversation not too long ago about how they like to take certain weapons and hold on to them, and it be an act of Congress for you to get them back.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think besides the fact that they're just taking their weapons, what do you think the real reason is that they are disproportionately targeting Black people?
To me, everything is commerce. Everything is about money. So they will detain these people knowing that they got paperwork. And so the two that I did the story on, one dude, the lady, her paperwork, she had filed for her renewal, but it hadn't came in. Mm. And so she thought that the receipt was on her phone. She couldn't find her phone. So they still took her down anyway. The dude, believe it or not, he gave them his card. And they verified it, but for some reason they still took him down, and he was a business owner. Now, the thing that got me was, okay, so anybody can make a mistake. We human, right? And I'm not really don't want to call these mistakes, but let's say that they are mistakes, okay? So you make a mistake. When you make a mistake, what do you be like? You be like, oh, okay, that's my bad. And you go on about your way with, very little or no restitution to have to be paid. Not in this case. The police departments, municipal courts, and all of this stuff, lawyers, prosecutors, all of this stuff is revenue for these cities, for these towns, and for these counties. So when they go to jail, now you got to spend money to get out of jail. If you know that you are in the right, they are not just going to hand over the righteousness, what they should do, because now it's on the paperwork that this is what it was. Now you got to go spend money to get an attorney to fight it to get it right.
Yep.
And in Chicago, for both of them, once they got it right, they had to spend money to even get it expunged. All of that to
That's
me
insane.
is money, man. You
That's
know what I'm
insane.
saying?
Yeah. Everything you said are spot on 100%. To land back off and to add on to that is for money. And it's also the other bullet point is they want to discourage younger so-called black citizens from becoming legal gun owners because they know our age 38 through 60 and the boomers. Listen, this is what these policemen do. They got certain departments that go to the gun ranges to practice, and they also tell them, look for the gun owners. Just start a conversation with them. Oh, what kind of gun you got there? To find out. Oh, yeah, I got 4 girls at the house that want to shoot. Oh, how old are they? Here's a picture of my grandchildren. And they start this casual conversation to see what type of family you got, how many children you got that love to shoot. And then they kind of vaguely follow you. They go back, report back to their captain and say, keep an eye on them. Make good friends with them. Try to hang out with them at the coffee shop or at getting breakfast some random day. Just see what they about. So then what happens is that they target you. They'll stop you, pull you over. Oh, I know you from the shooting range. Man, your tail light was out. So you ain't got the gun in the car. Yeah, I got it in the glove compartment. Now you see how that happens? So this is what they do. They do that stuff to discourage you from having your children and your younger friends from getting it legally. Because once your dad or uncle, you hear the stories about them going through that every now and then, you'll be like, you know what? I ain't
It ain't even worth
it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
It's real easy to do in the black community because
absolutely.
I remember when I was a kid, boy, my mama didn't even want me playing with cap guns. You know,
that's true.
She had a hard time even buying water guns for me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so a lot of this stuff go back to, you know what I'm saying, to stigmas. And I like what you said because it's true. Because you could talk to certain of us in any generation. I'm talking from an old generation to now. Just don't want to have anything to do with weapons.
Right.
What's the fear behind it though?
Police for the most part.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Police for the most part.
Again, they
we got Houston the Brew, the Houston Brew in the house. We got the coldest DJ in the nation in the house.
Yehuda, Houston Brew. They scared. They say these Negroes got hands and weapons.
Yeah.
Man, they look. So these departments, they know on social media, they see us boxing and learning jujitsu legally. And they also know because what's the guy in Clarksville, Tennessee, the white dude with the curly mustache that they banning now, the white dude that go around with his gun, calling us the hard ER and saying we chimping out. And now I have to send you the article.
Okay, yeah, I don't know who that is.
So they banned him in Clarksville, Tennessee, a white dude who is just randomly popping up on us, calling us the hard ER. And then when we react, he records it and say we chimping out and we monkeys. And then when dudes be like, man, I'm gonna knock you out, he be like, roll up on me. And he got his gat. So now this is what they're scared of. If we say, look, from dudes like that, we're gonna start protecting ourselves and do it legally. That's what they're scared of.
They've always been scared of us having guns. That was the biggest problem that they had with the Black Panther Party, though.
There
you go. Know what I'm saying is because they were exercising their Second Amendment rights. I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but my wife and I know we are because we talked about it.
Are you talking about Dalton Etherly?
I don't know. You got a picture of him, pull him up.
Yeah, I think so.
When we were in school, when I was in high school, dude, the white boys that went to school with me, that they drove pickup trucks and they had their rifles
on the gun rack
on the gun rack in the
in the
back.
window.
In the window, no problem. You know what I'm saying? That was just, I mean,
Loaded.
no problem whatsoever. It's still legal today. I'm sure it's still legal in all 50 states, but ain't nobody finna do it. Not even white people. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right,
Why?
right,
Because if the police see that rifle or that shotgun on that back window, you asking to be stopped, man. And
Right.
one thing that I know,
That's
that
him.
who you talking about, my
That's
dude?
him. That's him.
I never seen that cat before.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna
you
send
be
you
walking around trolling with a gun.
this dude walk around at Walmart, grocery stores looking for us, calling us names. He'll start videoing it,
Sound like
and
domestic terrorists.
bruh. And now he throwing a tantrum, done raised a GoFundMe because he can't get a job. Look, his church, he was about to get baptized. His church done turned him down. The Clarksville community want him gone. And now he can't carry his gun. So now he on the internet whining and complaining, oh, how the Negro racists targeted me. Bruh, you follow us around with your gun, targeting dudes.
Now
he a victim.
They do.
And now this is what has started. See what Kyle Rittenhouse did? Let me go start with somebody black, so-called black. Let me start videotaping it once they retaliate for what I did to them. And now I get a GoFundMe and I become famous. This is what they do. And this is what this dude was trying to do, but it backfired. So now with the topic that we're talking about, now they got to say, oh, well, let's get the ones that are carrying legal, because if they carry legal, when it's 100 more dudes like this pop up, Ayo Bashir can cap them with in self-defense. Because he could say, hey, Ayo could say, look, my life was in danger. This dude was video recording me.
I have no doubt in my mind that they are going to start popping up. And that's one of the biggest reasons that they don't just want to de-arm us. I want to make this clear. It's not just black people they want to de-arm. Of course they want to de-arm, and we've always known that. They want to keep guns out of our hands, most of them. But they will, right now, with the way that this administration is functioning, they want to de-arm as many people as they can, regardless of the race, because the stuff that they are about to start doing is going to be diabolical. And the less guns that they have to worry about in people's hands, the less that they, you know what I'm saying? That's one more thing that they're not going to have to worry about, but they want to take weapons out of the people's hands, period.
Absolutely. They got to get these guns off the street.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do, man.
They
got to. And the only reason they have not came at the American citizens the way that they want to is because there are too many guns.
Right.
Too many gun owners.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna allow you to just come on to their property or wherever and take their guns from them. It's not gonna happen.
You gotta,
especially here in Texas.
Oh my goodness.
Especially here in Texas.
Especially Texas.
Hey, I told my wife we were watching some Stranger Things. Dude had one of them baseball bats. He beating them nails in it.
Oh, yeah.
I said, "Boy, I want one of them." I said, "I've been wanting one of them for a minute." I say, "You ride around with that in my car." I say, "Cause they say I can't ride around with a gun." I say, "I ride around with that in my car." And I say, but something tells me that even if I had that, these old weird ass laws out here, they'll still find a way to give me a case for that.
Right. Right.
They'll still figure out how to give me a case.
They sure would. They'll figure out, we got to confiscate it. We'll let you go, but we got to take it from you. Like, what? I just make another thing.
I'm gonna hit on something weird when we talk about one of our other topics later. A weird law. We'll get to that later. But in other news, so Spotify Wrapped You guys know what that is?
Yes.
So Io should know because he getting
Yes.
constant beatdowns on
Boy.
subscriptions.
Oh,
So Spotify Wrapped is basically your annual year-end recaps that highlight your
yep.
listening habits for the year, including your top artists, your most played songs, your
Yep.
favorite genres, your total minutes listened to, your top podcasts, and fun listening personality insights, right? It's pretty neat to be able to go back and see in a year's review all the different things that you listen to, all the different podcasts, what you were hitting on for the year, because you can go back and look at previous years and capture and see, well, for 2020 it was this, for 2021 it was this, right? Pretty neat tool to be able to look at, see how things have changed. Well, Spotify Wrapped was created by a black lady by the name
Yep.
of Jewel Ham. She was an intern at Spotify that pitched this idea. They let her run with it. They loved it. And then when the internship ended, they let her go and took her
And they
idea.
stole it.
Yep.
Let her go and took her idea, and she got no credit for it
Mm.
because she was an intern. So intellectual property says that Spotify belongs to them. So there was nothing she could do about it. When you sign an internship, right? You there to
Right,
help them.
right.
So they were able to successfully take that from her. My
Crazy.
Spotify's more like
Sad,
Crapify.
man.
Oh,
Sad.
man, I ain't listened to Spotify in so long. I listen to Apple Music. I mean, I'm the only Android person in the world that got Apple Music, and I don't
Apple
want
Music does that too.
I don't want to
They do
listen to
your
nothing.
year
That's the
review.
only thing, in my opinion, that's the only thing Apple made right.
Hey, watch yourself.
Ah! Yep, you right.
Still using a tool. You still using the tool.
What?
You still using the Apple Music.
I know what I
Don't be talk.
said.
Don't
That's the
don't be
only
talking.
thing.
That's what I said. That's
Look, I'm just
the only thing they
playing
got right
Apple.
with Apple
Don't
Music.
don't shut my laptop off. Y'all will see me disappear from able to shut the MacBook down. Yeah, but that's Spotify, man. They a trip for that. I heard that story a couple of days ago. It's kind of making its rounds. And you
Mhm.
know, hey, Spotify, like, hey, we don't mind being the villain because y'all like Spotify rap. So
Yeah.
it's cool. She can't do nothing about it. That's I feel for the sister though.
That's what I said. That's a tough one though. But
Yeah,
as an intern, that's what you are. You an intern.
Yeah.
Did she have any legal rights to it because she's
No,
their
it's
intern?
intellectual property.
That's what I'm saying.
She can't
Yeah.
do it.
The thing,
But I think what's garbage though is she came up with a brilliant idea,
right,
and then they couldn't find
right. It
a
was
use for
garbage.
her. They couldn't find anywhere to place her. Now, obviously, we don't know anything else that might have been going on, anything else that happened while she was there. But I know what normally happens with companies if they want to get rid of you, if they don't want to have to pay you, they will get rid of you. They'll find any
Yeah,
means
that's
necessary.
real crappy though, boy.
It
That's
is.
And to me, you kind of like shooting yourself in the foot too, because if you was that brilliant that you came up with something like that, I might need to keep you around
you would
because it ain't no telling what else you may come up with.
Yep.
would think. But they did that just to take that one idea, and what they'll do, they'll hire somebody else in the internship, and whatever ideas they think they could have got from her, they'll just get from them.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's
Yeah.
sad, man. Sad.
What else you got, but not?
All right, last thing. Not sure if you did a story on this one, but this one was kind of sad. So the an African athlete that was tricked into fighting in the Ukraine war.
I saw that.
Yeah, so a Kenyan athlete named Evans Kibet says he was lured to Russia under the promise of work or participation in a sporting opportunity, only to find himself pressured into signing a Russian military contract in a language he couldn't understand, and then sent to fight on the front lines in Ukraine. All praises to the Most High, he survived. But the long distance runner ended up captured by Ukrainian forces after attempting to escape and surviving days in the wilderness before surrendering.
Wow.
He's now a prisoner of war, says his documents were confiscated and his bank account frozen, leaving him unable to leave once he realized the true nature of the contract he signed. He insists he never intended to join a military force and would not have gone to Russia had he known he would be put into combat. It's unfortunate. I'm gonna follow this one up and see where he lands. But the way they did this dude, you have to know they're doing that to other people. He is not the only one. It's just because he is an athlete that probably had a little bit of media behind him in his home country. This is how his story came out. But I
Right.
guarantee you there are other people in the same situation.
Man, I could not imagine the heartbeat of that young man once he realized that he was in the deep part of that. I can't imagine, man.
Yeah.
I know his heart was literally about to bounce out of his chest.
Yeah.
The minute they grab you and say, "Yeah, you coming with us, sign this contract," and you looking at a piece of paper like, "What is this?"
You
I
know what
sign
it
it.
is? Yeah.
Man, wow,
Now you
that's
getting
crazy.
tossed military girl and sent out here to fight a war. That's crazy,
That's
man.
crazy, bro. That
It's-
is,
You
but
know, a lot of white Americans go over there and fight for the
right,
Ukrainians training
yep,
to come back here for white supremacist stuff. Y'all
yeah,
go
Mhm.
look that up. That's
absolutely.
yeah.
So they,
They go over there and sign up to fight on the Ukrainian side, and they do they white supremacist training over there
yep,
for them to come back over here and put into business what it is that they learned over there, man.
yep,
So yeah.
man, that's wild. That's a wild story, boy.
Hmm. Yep,
Good
I did
gracious.
hear about that.
All righty. So moving right along. All right. Our main topics for the night. First one up is Gaza's government board of peace. So President Donald Trump and his administration are pushing forward with the second phase of their Gaza peace strategy, which aims to move beyond the initial ceasefire and into governance and reconstruction planning. Oh boy, what is this going to look like? So, under this plan, Trump has been preparing to announce a new governance structure for the Gaza Strip, including a transitional board of peace and an interim governing body by Christmas. Though recent remarks from the administration suggest the formal naming of board members is now likely to occur in early 2026 instead. So the Board of Peace concept was endorsed by the UN Security Council under Resolution 2803, establishing an international transitional authority chaired by none other than Trump to oversee reconstruction, aid coordination, and the development of a temporary civilian governing committee for Gaza. This phase of the plan is meant to follow the successful ceasefire implementation, but obviously faces ongoing challenges, including diplomatic negotiations with Israel, questions about Hamas's role, which the plan excludes in the official governance, and the persistent humanitarian concerns in the territory. So, in short, the announcement of a Gaza government and the border peace is still in motion. Still a fluid situation, and with the holiday timeline targeted, but possibly slipping into early next year, Trump continues to push for concrete commitments and buy-in from regional and international partners. What you guys got on that?
What's the verse out when they call for peace and safety, sudden destruction?
Said destruction. You know, he
Man.
gave them folks an ultimatum and a timeline to get up out of there, man.
Yeah, him and let's see, I thought I had it. Yeah, Trump is scheduled to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on December the 29th, 2025 to discuss the next step. So this thing is right around the corner, man. They're about to speed this thing up. And
Netanyahu has made it clear that just back it up a little bit of history. When them folks first went over there, nobody wanted them there.
right,
Um, so they came anyway, and they had a little bitty piece of property, little bitty piece of property. They talked same thing. They talked that we gonna come, we gonna be peaceful. Um, it don't take a long time for those type of people to show you who they really are. They never went over there with the intent of staying in a little bit of property. They went with the intent of expanding, especially with them calling themselves the seed of Jacob, right? So they want to take that lie as far as they can, and in their mind, all of this belonged to them anyway, right? And so Netanyahu has made it known without making it known that he don't want no neighbors, dude.
Right.
With him, there can't be no peace. And it makes me wonder, and I want to stay on topic with this, but it makes me wonder, what do Netanyahu have on Trump? Because this by far has been his biggest ally when it comes to presidents in the United States. Nobody has favored towards him as much as Donald Trump has. And when all of this sure jumped off, well, no, not when it jumped off. When Trump got back in the office, he had made the comments, and I don't know if a lot of people remember, but he had made the comments on how he wants to reconstruct Gaza. Hotels, casinos, beachfront homes. So when you listen to him talk like that, he is actually telling you what everything is all about, going all the way back to the so-called attacks on the Israelis. I call false flag. We need to have something happen so that we could react, so we could put all of this emotion. And now we done come full circle. And now this is what we're looking at, man. The words is reconstruction. This is probably one of the loudest, biggest words that you really need to listen to when they talk about this. And the formation of a new government. Go ahead, I.
Oh, so when you think about all this, man, you threw out a couple of names, Donald J. Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu, about how he don't want to share this strip of land in Palestine. He don't want to share it. He want all himself. So who was one of the faces in Trump's 2016 cabinet? That's been how Elmer Fudd said, where we quiet these past couple years, that has spearheaded all of this behind the scenes. You give up? His son-in-law, Jared Kushner.
Mm.
Jared Kushner is all over this. This is what he's been doing since they got the green light. The minute this dude started running again in 2022 or 20, when he announced he gonna run for the 2024 presidency, Jared Kushner started working on this. And then what happens 2 years ago, a couple months ago, 2023, Biden was still in office, but the Hamas, so-called Hamas Israeli war started. So this been in the works. And like Ock said, Ock poses a good question. What does BB got on DJT that DJT is standing 10 toes down on this to see this through?
Seeing it through.
I mean, 10 and through, 10 and through. He's standing 10 toes down to see it through. So again, they are forming this government, the Palestinian Technocratic Government, a committee of roughly 12 non-partisan, apolitical Palestinian experts responsible for public services. Did you hear that? Non-partisan, apolitical Palestinian experts. So that what they're saying is we're going to get 12 people that's Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, left-leaning, right-leaning, that aren't Palestinian but know the history of Palestine and form this government. Boy, you don't get no more wicked than that. And these people, they said, like I said, these people gotta leave. They got to go.
They gotta go.
Whether we gotta take them out by missiles, gunfire, they got to go. And the fact that Tony Blair, Jared Kushner, all these people. Like Tony Blair was the prime minister and president of the UK years ago. Where he been? Now his name's starting to pop back up. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You see how they doing this stuff? Everybody, Justin Trudeau. Now he was the president of Canada. Now he going out with Katy Perry. I bet you he probably one of the 12 nonpartisan people that's on this government that's done bought some kind of stake and some kind of investment in hotels. Like Ox said, if they get in this beachfront, that's going to be hotels, skyscrapers, casinos, attractions. They got plans
kind of
for all kinds of stuff. Right.
What they want, man. Yeah.
That's what
any
they want.
kind of property.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jared Kushner, he been quiet. Keep your eyes on him.
Did you guys pay attention to what type of government it is? And same thing that we've been saying that's coming to America as well. A technocratic government, man. So when I read that the first time, I said to myself, man, it's a training ground. Because you know, you want to do something or you got a vision of something, you're not finna, especially let's say if it's for your household, you're not finna just go and just drop it all at one time because it might not work, right? You're not finna put you and your family in danger with it because so you gotta see how it works and you use different avenues, you know what I'm saying, different ways. So this is gonna be a training ground, man. We already sent non-Palestinian people, so 9 times out of 10 they gonna be, you know, you know, the thing about an American, we talk about this, is that an American could look like anything.
Yep.
You know, there is no phenotype, no genotype for an American. They come in all colors, they come in all hair grades, they come in everything. There is no such thing as just, oh, you can look at it and be like, that's an American, right?
Right.
And so you got to think about this board that they are going to put together, this technocratic government that they're going to put together. You best believe that over here in America, they're going to have a big eye on that thing because this is a direction that they want to shift to over here as well.
Yep.
And I think that they was moving too fast when they had Weirdo in the office at the beginning. He done got kicked out right now, but that's what they was trying to do. The Tesla
Elon.
Yeah, they was putting the horse before the cart. You know what I'm saying? They had to slow that thing down and pump the brakes because he was getting a little bit too, and my mama used to say he was getting too big for his britches. So they had to slow that thing down. But if this is a goal that they want, just because they had to remove him, that don't mean that the vision stopped. The vision is still there. Right. They just reworking the vision now.
Right. One monkey don't stop no show.
One monkey don't stop no show.
Right.
One monkey. You know, you dropped this one here before we move on. You shot this one to me out before. Oh, no. They go with something else. I'm sorry. Never mind. Yeah.
Retract.
Yeah, retract. Yeah.
Redacted.
Yeah. Yeah. But some of the countries though that's interested in helping as well though, Egypt, Qatar, the United Arab, the Emirates, United Kingdom, you got Italy, Germany, and their leaders, and they said to join President Donald Trump on the board of peace that will oversee the post-war management of Gaza. They call that a war. That's not a war.
That's crazy. That's a genocide.
That was not a war. That was a for real hostile takeover.
Yep.
That's what that was. That was a hostile takeover to get that particular land. And it's crazy because we saw them do it there. You talk about greedy. They doing the exact same thing. They took that over while they taking over another land. They stealing just right before our eyes,
man. And it ain't nothing you can do about it.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
And nothing you can do about it. But we can pray. That's what we continue to do. That. That's what we can do. And you know, Just lean on the Most High, because
Mm-hmm.
these devils, they going. The gloves are off.
Yo.
Gloves are off.
All right. So the U.S. military strikes in the Pacific. So the U.S. military has confirmed 3 additional strikes on boats in the Eastern Pacific Ocean, resulting in 8 deaths.
8 more deaths, yo.
Yeah, 8 more deaths. But that one in particular, that's why I said just 8 deaths.
Mm-hmm.
According to the U.S. command. So officials say the vessels were suspected of drug trafficking and were targeted in international waters as part of an expanded counter narcotics campaign. The Pentagon described the operation as lethal kinetic strikes, releasing video footage to support its claims. Defense leaders argue the actions are necessary to disrupt transitional drug networks before narcotics reach the United States. However, the strikes are raising serious legal and ethical questions. Critics point out that no public evidence has been released. Sounds like weapons of mass destruction to me, proving the boats were carrying drugs, and lawmakers are increasingly questioning whether the military has a legal authority to conduct lethal force operations against suspected smugglers outside of active war zones. So do you think these counter strike or these strikes should be legal? Do you think they're really trying to stop drugs from coming in, or there's something else going on
They
that the
want that
general
oil.
Say it again.
They want that oil.
What they
depending what part
want?
of the country you from, they want the Earl.
Yeah, because if you're looking for drugs, even with the war on drugs since the Reagan years, they at least got some type of due process. Show the evidence. There are more James Bond, secret agent, CIA, FBI members that can go abroad and get intel that they smuggling drugs, bring them to justice. But they like, nah, let's go kill them. We're gonna blow the boats up. Because trust me, and this is where they mess up. I told you, they always mess up. Y'all know the US love to brag. Oh, we blew the boat up, but we blew up and set afire 300,000 pounds of cocaine. They
Yep.
would have been said that. You ain't
Yep.
heard nothing about that. See how they messed up? See, they forgot about that part. They ain't told you that they set nothing afire, no marijuana, no cocaine, none of that was blew up along with the people. So that means they just out there killing folk.
Mm-hmm.
According to the reports, man, at least 95 people have now been killed in these strikes. At least.
Crazy. At least that's crazy.
At least. So I Googled, because they telling us that this is in the name of stopping drugs. And you heard what the Oct just said. And you heard how Bernard set us up for this. You would have thought that we as a people would have learned from George Bush in his days when he drugged us in that war, because still to this day we have not seen any weapons of mass destruction, right?
Not one.
You would think that by now we would learn, when we are being okie doke. So I Googled, dude, top 5 nations that is importing illicit drugs in America, and Venezuela don't even make the top 5.
Nope.
You got Mexico, you got China, you got Colombia, you have India, and you have Peru. So you telling me that Venezuela I didn't even go as far to find out what Venezuela is at, because if they didn't make this top 5, that means that what you was doing is unnecessary. That means that you playing battleship, because that's what they doing. They playing real live battleship.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what they're doing.
That you playing battleship is being extra. So why don't you just tell the truth as to what it really is? Venezuela is sitting on the largest oil reserve
in the world.
in the world,
In the world.
and you want it. You are completing your hostile takeover in Gaza while you are campaigning with this hostile takeover over here in Venezuela, because you're about to set up your government in Gaza, and that's the exact same thing. You telling the president in Venezuela he got to go. Why? So you can set your government up over there.
That's it.
Geographically, where Venezuela is at, if you can control Venezuela, you control all of that.
All of that, yep.
Everything. And especially if you take the oil reserve.
Yep.
So the question I'm asking is this, and this is why I don't vote outside of the fact, you know, how we believe or whatever, right? But for all of you people that have voted, and you voted this fool in my small mind and the way that I think, I feel like that you are just as guilty as he is.
Yep. Yep.
In chaos.
Oh, 95 lives is just as much on your hands as it is his hands.
Yep. And this is the reason they're trying to get that oil, because oil is a commodity. And if they need another 14 billion to build these skyscrapers and set up this government,
Right.
no banks.
Right.
If they got 5 banks, Citibank, four other banks that's gonna invest. And right now, these 4 banks, it was like, it's a little too risky because of what you're doing in Palestine, killing these folks. And even though we're not involved, we got families. We're good. Right. We don't want to be hauled in the court in the next 4 years when this administration is gone and testify on behalf of this genocide. So we're out.
It's gonna happen.
So they say, well, if we get this oil that's worth $50 billion, would you? Then the banks say, okay, we'll consider it. So
right.
They say, we'll consider it then, because we're not just going to take our money and invest. That's because people will say, well, what's the big deal of trying to get the oil? I just told you. That's why they're trying to get the oil, because they can get with the oil, they can get other players that can fund it. Without the oil, they got to actually give their money. And again, in 2028, if Gavin Newsom win the presidency, you best believe they will be digging to find out who invested, who wired money. And again, even though if I'm an executive and I'm 72 years old and I'm about to retire and I got $395 million in the bank, and I got a wife, I got grandkids, I got great successful children that own stadiums, I don't want to be dragged into court or no depositions. No, I don't want to be done. I don't want to know
about my last years.
You like the mafia dude. Act like you're dying and sick and get wheeled in a wheelchair. Can't talk.
Made enough.
Harvey Weinstein cried that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, you're right though. But this is why too, and this was what I was talking about a while ago. You seen it right before the show started with the Senate. They tried, man. They trying to get that dude up out of the. It's a lot of them in there, man, that is upset with the unchecked power. You know, the stuff that he is doing, he is not clearing it with House or the Senate. He just waking up in the morning and say, yo, this is what we gonna do. And that's what's being done. And he got the team behind him that's moving the exact same way. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so they like, look, man, the Senate just passed the defense bill. That's what you just said a while ago. And this lawmakers from both parties, and they concerned about the legality. What the was just saying right now, the legalities, and you have to be concerned about the legalities of this thing, man. These are people that got families, like you say, they getting older. You know, they did not spend their entire career for it to end in shame. and in dismay because
Plus,
of what your administration is doing.
we
Right.
got to protect the generational wealth too.
And they got to
There you
protect
go.
the generational wealth, man. And
That's it.
so they have come together, man, and they like, look, we finna force you to give us these videos
Right.
that we've been asking for.
Right.
And you and Pete saying that you ain't gonna give them to us. And
Right.
I bet you, in the way I see Pete Hedges, however you pronounce that boy last name, the way I envision him, I bet you he's somewhere around that Capitol, mad as fish grease. He remind me of that white boy frat
Yeah.
boy, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
That drink beer and do ping pong,
Beer
beer
pong. Yep.
pong,
Beer
and,
pong.
and,
All
and,
day.
and oh, you know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
Yep.
And beat his head on the wall to show that he tough. That's who he remind me of. And I bet he's somewhere right now, boy, having a fit.
Yeah. Because the Senate has passed, like I said, and that came across the wire right before the show started, that they actually is passing a bill that's going to make the defense and the Pentagon turn over all the video of all the airstrikes that we're talking about right now.
And they should.
Because you know
Because
what's gonna come up on those videos?
right,
It's not just about them and them killing them. Where the drugs at?
like I said, so where the drugs at?
Where the drugs at?
Because we got the report and ain't no pounds of marijuana on fire. If y'all hit it with a missile, people around in the area should have been high from contact for days. Ain't
People,
no
animals in the ocean,
right.
Like we doing weird stuff right now.
Right. Like Houston and Bruce say, it's gonna be trouble, because like I told the op, if the Senate is getting brave and Congress is getting brave enough because they tired of this dude and they getting brave enough to do what they should have been doing, this is gonna be trouble because they're gonna have to go do everything he done went and tried to do on his own. They're gonna have to undo it. And this is my last point. Like I told Op, it ain't the fact. People be like, well, why don't they just check Trump? Why are they so scared of him? Yes, Trump is a any political opponents, whether it's Comey from the FBI, Joe Biden, he go after his opponents. But it's legalities you can get out of that. That with Letitia, whatchamacallit from they done dismissed so many lawsuits, it's crazy. And some of his lawyers are quitting because they about to be disbarred because they didn't have any grounds to take any of political opponents to court like he wanted them to. So with that being said, it's not him that the senators have been scared of. It is his supporters.
Yeah,
Them
man.
senators do not, listen to me, y'all. They do not want another January 6th. Because with everything that's happened since January 6th to now, with all of the climate, if Trump say, come to the Capitol to help me, and if 1 million January 6th will show up again, it's going to be, they know it's going to be 100 times worse.
Yeah.
And like he said, Houston Bruce say, them jokers is cray-cray. They've been talking about civil war. They've been talking about taking this country back by blood. Right.
Trump said himself that he could do anything he want.
Right.
And my supporters is not gonna go nowhere.
Right.
Moving it right now.
He said, but I'm saying he actually said that.
Right.
He said I can go out and commit a murder. These are his words, people. And he is not lying, man. You know.
And last point, these No King protests. Do you know how his supporters are chomping at the bit to get back at that? And if Senate get bold and want to impeach Trump, bro, my gosh, bro.
Yeah.
So we about to go into a crazy time, y'all.
Stand down. I like to say.
It is definitely, and his spirit for real is eluding and running from him to his supporters, man.
That's
and they,
it.
like you say, man, it's not him that they're afraid of, it's his supporters. And when that dude picked his cabinet around him, he picked the right people. Everybody that's around him think just like him, man. He got from that Pam Bundy to that Pete Hedges to
Kristi
that J.E. Head, all of them jokers, man, are you can see the crazy in their eyes.
In their eyes. See it out.
You can see the crazy in their eyes, man. The only person they missing in their cabinet is Erica Kirk. You see her, man, when she did that video, they asked her about Candy. She said,
you see that, bruh.
Just stop.
Oh my.
That's all I gotta say. I said,
I was like, what the?
I seen a demon.
Bruh, you see that manifestation, bruh, for real.
She said, they asked her about dying. She say, what am I scared of? To go to heaven? To be with him even sooner? I said,
bruh,
Yeah,
the exorcist.
something is not right with her.
Something
My dad show us
right. Patting your eyes.
If that's how you choose to grieve, and everybody grieves differently, but if that's how you choose to grieve, I'm gonna need you to stay in the house and do it.
Right, like who?
She on a world tour.
that woman crazy as hell, boy. Say,
My
Crazy as
husband,
fuck.
he wrote in his book that if you just choose to have freedom, I'll be like,
You gotta whisper. You gotta throw in some whispers though.
oh, right.
Freedom.
I'll be like, bruh, get this heifer off the television, bruh. No,
Please.
matter of fact, keep her on, because this is comedy.
well,
Hey,
what?
that's Tubi acting right there. She got that Tubi down.
Oh, my wife the other day, I said, she done did all this crying. I ain't seen that one tear yet.
Narrative.
Right, patting them eyes. And listen, here is the kicker. So you know, her and her team did meet with Candace Owens.
Yes, they
7
did.
hours. Do y'all know, out of 7 hours, this woman whose husband has been unalive, one of his best friends was Candace Owens. Candace Owens been conspiracy theory and tearing them apart. Do you know the only thing they have to say that dude unalive Charlie Kirk is a affidavit?
That's it. That's it.
Candace got him right. That's all you can produce is her
nothing,
lawyers.
Nothing makes sense.
That's
They
it,
got
though.
right. Like what? I was like, all they got is an affidavit.
Say, hey, you know what? If Candace keep digging, she sure ain't scared.
No. And now
something gonna come back to Trump,
bruh. Now that Candace know, oh, all the investigating y'all been doing, and all y'all got is an affidavit. Oh man.
No motive, no evidence, no material evidence, no circumstantial evidence. They ain't got nothing. Nothing amounts to nothing.
All they got is a piece of paper that's saying this dude was the dude that did it. That's it. Oh boy.
Fix it. All right. Well, we could talk about that forever, but we don't have that. So we're gonna move on to the next phase of
one of our favorite segments of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where we step into our classroom and learn our past, present, and future. That's right. Let's dive in. Dive into what the world calls beyond critical race theory and what we call beyond critical race and culture facts. With no further ado, let's get it. Not gonna lie, that Tubi acting, that's funny. That's oh man, welcome family, beautiful people of the Most High, to one of our favorite segments, one of our favorite parts of the show, the Beyond Critical Race Theory, or the Transcendent Essential Heritage Facts. So this week we got another great one, man. We're going to celebrate one of our ancestors. I've never heard of this guy. Once I started reading a part of his story, it's so much I had to kind of condense it down. But this week we're going to celebrate Mr. Daniel Webster Wallace. And when I started reading his story, man, I got really emotional because this is where we are. And Matthew 5:14 came to mind when I started reading this. And you will see in a second. Ye are the light of the world. These are the words of Hamashiach, our kinsman redeemer. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is on a hill cannot be hid. Daniel Webster Wallace. Check this out. He was born enslaved 3 months before he came into the world, his mother was sold. And yet, despite all of that, 78 years later, Daniel Webster, 80 John Wallace, would die a millionaire rancher.
Five cast of Wicked.
Where that come from?
I
Five
don't
cast
know.
of Wicked.
I don't know what.
Man.
A man so respected that so-called white cowboys rode segregated trains just to sit beside Daniel Webster Wallace. Let me say that again. Daniel Webster 80 John Wallace would die a millionaire rancher, a man so respected that white cowboys rode segregated trains just to sit beside him. Let's find out why. Daniel Webster Wallace, born into slavery near Inez and Victoria County on September the 15th, 1860, the son of William and Mary Barber Wallace, both slaves. About 3 months before his birth, his mother had been sold to the O'Daniel family. He grew up with the O'Daniel sons, M.H. and Dyer O'Daniel, and remained in close contact with the family all of his life. Tiring of his job chopping cotton near Flatonia and Fayette County, he ran away and joined a cattle drive in 1877. He drove cattle for C.C. Slaughter, Isaac L. Elwood, Andrew B. Robertson, Sam Golson, and C.A. Gus O'Keefe, and for the Bush and Taylor Cattle Company. He worked for John Nunn's Nunn Cattle Outfit on the headwaters of the Brazos River as a wrangler and horsebreaker. Now, here's where it gets the light on the hill. Can I be hid? Wallace had little formal education. At age 25, he returned to school in Navarro County, was admitted to the second grade, and in 2 winters learned to read and write. At the age of 25 in the second grade, he eventually joined Clayman's outfit near Colorado City in Mitchell County. It was branding man's cattle with a large 80 on one side that gave Wallace his well-known nickname of 80 John. His dream of becoming a rancher was implemented by a plan with Clay Mann, who paid Wallace $5 a month from his $30 wage for 2 years and put the remainder aside to invest in his own herd, from which Mann provided free pasture. This working relationship nurtured a bond of mutual trust and respect, which lasted until Mann's death in 1889. 2 years later, Wallace moved his cattle to about 1,280 acres, which he had purchased in 1885 and started ranching for himself southeast of Lorain in Mitchell County. He became one of the most respected ranchers of his time. His Durham cattle brand was a D triangle. On his Herefords, he used a D on the right hip and a running W on one side. Wallace married Laura D. Owens of Navarro County on April 8th, 1888. They had 3 daughters and a son. Wallace was a member of the Texas and Southwestern Cattle Raisers Association for 30 years. He died on March 28th, 1939, leaving an estate of worth more than $1 million and was buried on his ranch. A state historical marker in Lorain commemorates his life. A school in Colorado City was named in his honor in the 1950s. Man, today we celebrate Daniel Webster Wallace. He went from the second grader at 25 to being a millionaire cattle rancher. That's amazing, bro.
Don't that remind you of Jacob?
Man, come on, get out of my head. Man,
It remind me of Jacob.
that story was powerful, bro.
He had to work for Rachel, man.
Yeah, he had to work for it, man. Couldn't read. 25 years old in second grade. White ranchers used to ride segregated trains just to sit beside them.
Right.
Tell you, man, that city on the hill, it can't be hid. That light.
You know, the Most High always allow a few of us, man, in every generation to prosper, to let the world know that, hey, I'm with them.
I'm with them. Come on, man.
And the way he let it be known, it can't be nobody but him. You got to
But
think
him.
25 years old, second
25,
grade,
second
winners
grade.
learn how to read and write. He put him in all of the right positions to be who it was that he was, and to have white people ride segregated trains to sit next to him. That's what the scriptures say, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I know them white boys are sitting on them.
Make that up.
You can't. And I know them white boys are sitting on them trains, just gleaning information.
Yeah.
And he was gracious enough to give it to them,
Yeah.
schooling them. Didn't have to.
Didn't have to.
Didn't have to.
Didn't have to.
Second grade level at 25, bro.
That was awesome, man. I had never heard of that cat.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of that cat.
And unless you took the Truth Be Told podcast, you won't hear 90% of them.
Come on, sis. Tell them. Tell them, sis.
I'm not going to share this information in mainstream media.
They don't want that to be known.
No.
They do not want that to be known.
It's like that mentioned before, but that press conference Trump was doing, or somebody interviewed him, and he was talking about all the inventions and technology that we currently have, and everything he listed was invented by a black person.
I remember that.
I'll see if I can find it. Everything he listed, every single item he listed, was all created, invented by black people.
Right.
Yes,
indeed.
Man, city on the hill cannot be hid.
City on the hill cannot. You are the salt of the earth.
You are the salt of the earth. That's the rest of that verse. You are the salt of the earth.
Man, we almost done with this show. We might be done before 2 hours.
Dang, it's wow.
Right. So, if more diabolical came with a picture, DJT's face would be front and center. So, in the wake of the tragic death of filmmaker Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle, President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social linking the tragedy to what he calls Trump derangement syndrome, a term he uses to describe critics of him. Instead of offering condolences, Trump suggested Reiner's political opposition to him somehow contributed to the outcome. Remarks sparked widespread backlash, including from some Republican lawmakers who call the comments inappropriate and disrespectful. The incident has fueled debate over how political figures respond to personal tragedies. And I don't know why they always say political figures, because really the only person that we ever hear mention these kind of outlandish comments is DJT. Authorities obviously are continuing to investigate. The death at this point is really just a matter, they know who it is, it's just a matter of why. Looking for why. But his Donald Trump's response and claiming this was a result of Trump derangement syndrome, if that don't tell you how insane that man is.
What did he say?
Just don't care.
Oh, yeah. That's right there.
This dude.
Go ahead, baby. I ain't mean to cut you off. I was just
this guy, man.
Trump derangement syndrome.
He's
one that's deranged.
Move that there so it could be seen.
Political beliefs, what position you stand on, whether you're red or blue, you're on the left or right or somewhere in between. For somebody to lose their life like that at the hands of their child, that's devastating enough. But then for the president of the supposed free country to come back and somehow make it about him is insane.
Man, can we take time to read this, man? Let's just read this. these are words of the president, y'all. This is why I want to read this. This is you can go ahead and read it. What's your word? What's your word? Ayo,
Diabolical.
diabolical. Listen to this, man.
So a very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling, but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome.
Stop right there for a minute. Ain't it odd that he can say that, but when people say that the rhetoric that Charlie
Right.
Dutch did
Right.
was the reason he got a hole put in his neck,
Right.
that you wrong for saying that, but yet he is saying the exact same thing right here. Is that
Right.
not what he's saying? That's what he's saying. Am I correct?
Right. Yeah. That's what he's saying, bro.
Keep
I
going.
just
Sometimes referred to as TDS.
That man crazy.
He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness. And with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Rob and Michelle rest in peace.
boy,
Man crazy.
I know one thing. I'll never let Donald Trump or his team write my speeches. Golly.
That man is crazy, man.
He
That's
like
about the same thing he did when Charlie got killed. That reporter asked, I think they were Rachel Scott, her name, the black ABC analyst, asked him about how he feel about it. That brother got to talking about the
ballroom.
Ballroom.
Oh yeah, we'll get a great ballroom. It's great. It's gonna be great.
For a few nights as a result of commenting on the fact that all he could talk about was the ballroom.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
It was.
Shalom, Sister Delta, Black Tea in the building. Shalom.
Black Tea in the house,
But-
man. She doing some good stuff over there, man.
Yes,
I don't know if I've been seeing that Black Tea move, but yeah, she is. But how can a president whom is deemed, all jokes aside, who is supposed to be, quote unquote, on paper, that is the most powerful man in the world, how is it that he feel that it's okay for him to speak like that publicly on anybody's death? Somebody answer that for me. All jokes to the side now. Like, what are we dealing with DJT?
We dealing with a soul that is truly black. Like, for real. Like, when you think of Pharaoh, how harsh he was on our ancestors. When you think about different kings in the Maccabees and different generals, Nicanor, how he was to the Brews, and how we were treated. This guy reminds you of that type of ruach, that type of spirit, that type of soul. Like that, he don't have no bearings of consciously or subconsciously what he's even doing. Like this man and woman were, their necks were slit by their child, who has other children that are mourning him and have a brother now that's going away forever. And you say that?
Yeah. Because he didn't like you.
Right. Like,
all because he didn't like you.
Your feelings hurt that bad, bro. And like I said, on paper, you're the most powerful man in the world. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want that type of person calling shots.
That's where I'm going with that, man. If you can't handle criticism no better than that, we in trouble.
Deep trouble, boy.
That's, you know what I'm saying? That right there, man, you know, we always talk about emotions and logic and stuff like that, bro. Like, you for real acting real, what's the word I'm looking for? Suspicious here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Is surprised, right? I don't know why anybody is even remotely confused as to what we're witnessing. Think about what he did in his first term. He already told us what he was leading up to when he was president the first go round. That's the first thing. Second thing is, what was the name of his show? The Apprentice. You remember The Apprentice? What was his key phrase? The thing he loved to come to the boardroom and tell people.
you're fired.
Like, he got his kicks off of that. That was his go-to phrase. I know board members have very important jobs. They have things that they are, people's lives and part of the business that they're responsible for. If your key component and I know it's for TV, but who gets a kick out of telling people you're fired? That was him. He told us a long time ago that's who he was. And yet this is who people decided to vote in. At least with Ronald Reagan, he had the couth to act like he loved American people and was okay with handling pressure, and you do whatever you want to do and say whatever you want to say behind closed doors, behind the scenes.
Right.
But this on Front Street, we are the laughing stock of the whole world right now.
It's crazy. And just to add, if everybody, I know some folks may not, but I know we probably do. Rob Reiner's 4 movies, 4 acclaimed movies. You know, he did the Spinal Tap in 1984. That was the mockumentary, like a comedy of the rock bands and all the big hair and how the rock bands used to dress and look. It was kind of a comedy documentary type thing. Stand By Me. Everybody remember that movie. That River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, Jerry O'Connell, Misery. That everybody knows what Misery is. When Harry Met Sally, everybody knows that. And the number one with Jack Nicholson, Tom Cruise, and Demi Moore, You Can't Handle the Truth. A Few Good Men.
Few Good Men.
Those were
but I remember him as Meathead.
Right. Yeah, and that was he was Meathead in
I remember him as Meathead.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Archie's son-in-law.
Yeah, Archie's son-in-law.
Yeah. Archie's son-in-law. That's who I remember, man.
Yeah. That was his. Yeah.
And I never, I was telling my wife, man, that we are seeing scriptures, prophecies in the scriptures unfold, because the Messiah said in the last days that sons will be against their fathers and daughters against their mothers. He never said what nation. He never said that it was specifically. He just said that these things was going to happen.
Yep.
And this is exactly what we're seeing happening now, man. We're seeing children. Man, I couldn't imagine. I have been piping hot at my mom's when she was alive. Boy, not one time did I ever think about taking her out of here. No. Not one time did I even think about her not being here. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that's my mama, dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my pops. For you to get to a point to where you can for real unalive your parents,
the way he did it,
there's spirit in this earth right now, man.
There's a spirit in this earth right now, and
it's a bad spirit in this earth right now.
And there are reports coming out. I don't know if it's either Jimmy Fallon or Conan O'Brien. One of them had a party a couple of weeks ago with all the big people there, and apparently Rob Reiner had the son to go there to mingle with some folks, get out of the house because he was having some episodes. And apparently they kicked him. I think it was Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien and his team kicked the son out of the party because he said some stuff to people that had people like, wait a minute, that wasn't right. You shouldn't say that. And they put him out. So I think,
go ahead.
No, I'm saying I think his episode started then. I think people was kind of like, okay, something's not right.
We talk a lot about maturing candidates on this show.
You got,
and we talk about targeted individuals on this show a lot. Well, Rob was making a documentary or a movie or something like this here, man, that was geared towards DJT.
Yep.
Now, if these things are true and they can do these things, they can target an individual, get in the person's head and make them hear things and set them off and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
If he is already having episodes, and I'm not saying this happened, okay? I'm not saying this happened. But we seeing how sensitive the president is. We saw what he had to say about it as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Good for him. This is what he get for having what he called it TDS, for having a disease of TDS, which he called Trump derangement syndromes. You know what I'm saying? So if they can do that, because this boy lived in the family guest house.
Yep, he
did.
lived
on the property. It ain't like he had to drive 300 miles. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was right there, right?
Yep.
We don't know. It could have been in the boy's head.
Yep. And with that being said, I'm inquired to know what he said to them folks that got him put out of that party.
Right.
He must have said something way off the wall to where, again, like Ox said, we're not saying this, but he might have said something Manchurian candidate-ish.
Right.
Something really wild. They was like, wait a minute, what is that got to do with anything? That was off the wall.
Also, I don't know if you said this and I missed it, but he got into a heated argument with
his
mom.
Yep.
And they had talked about it. Somebody had asked Rob Reiner about it. It was a discussion about it, and he was very honest, very open. That he's, he'd been to rehab a couple of different times. He was having issues. He wasn't, doing too well. So whatever that argument was, I'm wondering if, based on whatever he said, they were trying to put him out, and mom had a conversation with him to tell him, and that's where the heated argument stemmed from. And then, like you said, he went home and somebody pushed a button, said a key phrase, let off a key sound, and that was all she wrote.
One of the comments on that quote that he had, and I agree with it, it says people were getting fired for saying less about Charlie.
Right.
That's very true.
Yeah.
And here you are as the sitting president. What kind of example are you? This is what I want to picture out. You supposed to be an example. You are representing not just yourself now. It's like what you tell your kids when they leave the house. My mom used to tell me, act like you got some sense. She know I got sense, but she said, act like you got some sense. And I understood why, because your last name is Peters, which means that whatever you do, that's a reflection on my house. Same thing it is with the Messiah. They would know you by your fruit, right? They would know you by your fruit. So you supposed to be our representative, our spokesperson, our example, and this is how you are acting, dude. That's strange, man.
Strange behavior.
I don't really think it's all that strange, guys. And I'm
no, not for him. It's not. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But,
let me correct that. That's not strange for him. I'm saying in general. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, I think it's twofold, right? It's a lot of people voted for him because he was not a politician, right? They voted for him because he was not your typical stand-in politician who didn't go by the same rules as everybody else, right? But by the same token, you get a guy who also does not go by the rules, plays, moves at the beat of his own drum. So
Right.
you got one with the other. You decided you were gonna gamble, and your gamble paid off to some degree, but the other side of that gamble people weren't accounting for is some of the things that he says and does that is diabolical. It's
Yeah.
mind-blowing, right? But
Yeah.
that's because that's what we have been cultured to believe a politician is supposed to be. This is how they're supposed to act. This is how they're supposed to represent the country. But I think everybody needs to take a step back and remember he is not a politician. He has never been
Mhm.
groomed, trained, or otherwise to be a politician. He is a rich, entitled white man who can do and say whatever he wants and has been doing and saying whatever he wants for years unchecked.
Right.
And he just
Because
brought it to the White House with him.
I don't rock with Obama at all. I don't. But just think if Obama would have said something like that, bruh, they would have.
Never
They would have.
did stuff.
They would have had him out of the White House that night. For real.
Would have came and got him with ropes.
What?
We would have seen the old style lynching.
What?
Yeah,
And again, I
drug
don't.
him up out of there. They'd have drug him up out of there by his feet.
And again,
I
I don't
know.
rock with Obama. I don't. I'm just saying. I'm just making a comparison. Just think if he would have said that.
It's 15 minutes till I forgot Travis Turner. We was gonna mention that as well. I wish I had a picture of him. We can go through it real quick though. He is a high school coach in Appalachia, Virginia, that has been missing since the 20th of November. He is being charged with, he has 10 felony counts, people. 5 counts of child pornography and 5 counts of using his laptop to solicit minors. And they have been looking for this boy since November 20th. They have not been able to find him. The question I have is, me and the Ak has been talking about this, and I've been talking about this with Bernard as well. I had no idea this was going on. You know how I found out about this? Safa. You talking to Safa. I was like, what coach missing? Coach missing? What?
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to go look it up. I said, you got to be kidding me. In the midst of right now, since we've been doing this show, my phone is lit up twice about Sharon Moore. Lit up twice about Sharon Moore since we done did this show. Been doing this show 2 nights.
Yep.
I had not heard nothing. No news feed, no nothing about this boy who got 10 felony counts. A real criminal, because what the Michigan coach did,
that's adult stuff.
In comparison.
Yeah, I mean that's
2 adults.
It was not saying what he did was right, but
right.
But they're still consenting adults.
Right.
Consenting adults.
Right.
This boy here, child pornography and 5 counts of using his lap, and he's a high school coach, y'all.
He worked with children.
He worked with children.
And they can't.
Why is this not being talked about more? Because obviously you need help finding them. And who is the best detectives and journalists in the world? Social media.
Social media.
Social media will help you find. They'll help you find a fly in a leaves pile.
In a pile of leaves, yeah.
And a glass of black Chardonnay.
What?
And have it on camera with a circle. There you right there.
What? There you go. Well, y'all been looking for him. We found him. And y'all can't find this coach.
2 powdered donuts and a cup of coffee.
What? And y'all can't find this coach. Ain't nowhere in the world. I don't
understand why there's not a massive manhunt to look for him. But I mean, obviously, I know he hasn't murdered anybody,
like
as far as we know.
But like the Aka saying, why ain't ABC, CBS, Fox News? You done
Right.
seen round the clock coverage everywhere you turn. Sharon Moore,
Yep.
Oh, they got video.
I've only seen this story come up twice. When it initially came up, and then when they basically told you, "Oh, we can't find him."
Right.
That's all I heard.
They got Sharon Moore video with a bag on his head breaking into the house, and ain't nobody seen this dude. They said after the football game that Friday night, that was the last time somebody seen him. Y'all ain't got video of this dude leaving the campus. You ain't got video of this dude leaving the locker room, getting into his car. They got cameras everywhere. Stoplights. Nobody got a stoplight camera video of this dude.
Somebody in the city got a camera.
Travis Turner, Black T, finna put it up there right now. Put it in the thing. What happened? His name is Travis Turner, man.
We got
did. If you guys want to, did.
I'll pull one up.
Okay, cool. I did a little spotlight here on Truth Be Told for him as well. So yeah, it don't make no sense, man. The wife said the last time she seen him, he was going, and this comedy break here. The wife said last time she seen him, he was going in the woods with a shotgun. No, I told La'ak, and I think I told my mama, see, that's the difference between black folk and white folks. See, when Sharon Moore broke into that girl house, he threatened to kill himself with a butter knife, y'all. Ain't nobody said nothing about this, man.
Right.
This boy had a butter knife. That boy would not try to kill himself, man.
No, he wouldn't.
When that white boy went into them woods with that gun, I can guarantee you that white boy was going in them woods to do himself, man. Yeah, I can guarantee you he was, man. Because that's what they do, man. Hey, in his mind, it's over with. What I'm gonna stay here for? Yeah, a butter knife, man. Butter knife. Yeah,
that knife was that. There you go. That's a high school coach.
He looked like old pedo. Wild boy covering them up.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I promise y'all, I did not do that.
Oh boy!
Wild boy tried to save him.
Look at that.
Every time I pull it up, pop up come up, cover his face. It won't come up.
Look at that. Ooh.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, man. The parents say that the school knew about
yeah,
him.
They probably did. So now they're liable.
Yeah. Parents are living. They said that they knew about it and didn't do anything about it.
Yeah. They ain't looking for him, but this just in, they got a sketch, crime sketch of him. See if y'all find him out there.
Yep, I seen him. Yep.
Ooh, that's the picture the mainstream media gonna be putting. If you've seen this guy, make sure you get him and bring him in.
Hey, that look about like the dude in Australia that they got.
That's too funny.
Got a old man shooting. Y'all ain't caught this man yet, man. He walking around there.
There you go.
There he is.
Hey, look at his hands. Look at his hands.
Yeah. With one short leg and one,
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
indeed, man. Hey, we love y'all, man. We love y'all. We thank y'all for joining us tonight. Oh, man. Time getting short for this Truth Be Told, people. It's getting short.
It's getting short. We got a couple more shows.
Is it a couple more?
Yeah,
two more.
Got two more?
24th and the 31st.
That's it. And then it'll for real be
twice out.
Yep.
For real.
Well, with that being said, as we said, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight, and we'll see you guys next week.
Twice out.